Hello, NAVFAC Southeast. I'm Tiffany Young, your host for this very special end of year edition of The Scoop. Joining me this time is the man usually behind the camera, Jeff Hamlin. So glad to have you with this side of the camera with me this time.
Thanks, Tiffany.
Would you like to share with everyone what we're doing today?
Sure. This month's episode marks the one-year anniversary of The Scoop. To celebrate, this episode will serve as a year in review.
Good job. A lot of stuff has happened this year, so let's dive in.
NAVFAC's primary mission is infrastructure readiness in support of the warfighter. These efforts are done year-round across all of our installations.
No matter how big or small the project, they all play a critical role in supporting our nation's brave men and women and their families.
One group of warfighters that works directly with NAVFAC are the Seabees.
Yeah, remember the story from the Seabees of PWD Key West?
I do. Let's take a look.
During the Financial Improvement and Audit Readiness Existence and Completeness effort, PWD Key West was tasked with correcting and tagging discrepancies to demonstrate proper accountability for all buildings and structures on board NAS Key West. The Seabees were instrumental in completing this task in half the time allotted. This is yet again another prime example of the Seabees' can-do spirit. What about that historical land exchange at Naval Air Station Whiting Field? NAVFAC Southeast completed a historic exchange of helicopter outlying landing field sites with Escambia County, Florida on January 29th. This unique exchange will serve as a model for leveraging underutilized facilities and real property assets to optimize our resources and more effectively support the warfighter.
And last but not least, this project will be part of our command's center of gravity for years to come, and that is the Kings Bay Dry Dock Recapitalization Project. Nailed it!
This project is in direct support of the future of submarine warfare. The new Columbia-class submarine is replacing the Ohio-class submarine. The Navy's submarines serve as our nation's sea-based deterrent strategies. In a joint effort with Naval Sea Systems Command and the Columbia Program Office, NAVFAC Southeast is retrofitting existing training and maintenance facilities as well as constructing new facilities to support this next generation of submarines. Environmental and energy projects are essential to healthy and sustainable installations.
This year, NAVFAC Southeast held ribbon cuttings at newly installed solar farms at 2 installations, Kingsville and Mid-South.
NSA Mid-South celebrated Earth Day with the official ribbon cutting of Tennessee's largest solar panel project. The solar farm occupies over 400 acres with a total of 535,000 solar panels. Wow, I can't believe how technology has changed over the years.
Absolutely. But what makes energy conservation so fun is that everyone can participate. We learned that from Naval Station Mayport's very first Energy Expo.
The goal of the event was to introduce the base to a lot of the new technology and equipment that is available for reducing our energy usage and using energy more effectively and efficiently.
I'm sitting in one of the electric cars that they have for everyone to view, and it's pretty cool. They're pretty stylish, and I didn't expect to see so many different companies that have electric cars, so it's pretty cool. And I found out that it comes in blue, so Jeff Killian, I need a raise. Make it happen. Thanks. Oh yeah, I really liked that car.
Pay attention.
Oh, right, sea turtles. They're cute.
PWD Mayport got ready for this year's turtle season with a new lighting system and ended up having a record-breaking hatchling success rate. Take a look.
Employees at Public Works Department Mayport worked with American Electrical Contracting to install over 760 new lighting fixtures that will help protect nesting sea turtles and their hatchlings.
So here at Mayport, we've had 38 nests overall, which most of them, 37 of them, were loggerheads. We have 1 green sea turtle. So typically we only have about 10 nests per year, which is about almost a 300% increase compared. So it's been an exceptionally great year for sea turtles here.
NAVFAC Southeast is always ready to assist during emergency or natural disaster.
Our command has contingency engineering response teams made up of volunteers from different engineering backgrounds that are ready to deploy at a moment's notice.
These teams provide assistance to bases affected by natural disasters throughout the Southeast region.
This hurricane season, Hurricane Dorian put these teams to the test. There are a lot of moving parts to an EOC. So pop quiz, Jeff, do you remember what they are?
No, clearly I need a refresher.
Well, the primary role of the EOC is to simply coordinate and communicate the various requests for information and requests for support that NAVFAC Southeast receives from Region Southeast or other stakeholders during a disaster.
Hurricane Dorian also tested the resilience of one of our facilities.
Back in 2012, NAVFAC Southeast constructed a disaster relief warehouse in Freeport, Grand Bahama under the DoD Humanitarian Assistance Program. This warehouse faced 38 hours straight of Category 5 hurricane force winds brought by Hurricane Dorian. Despite these conditions, the facility stood strong and was able to serve its purpose by providing life-saving supplies to local inhabitants after the storm passed. Hurricane Dorian was definitely unpredictable, proving that we must always be ready.
Our command doesn't just cover natural disasters, we also have a team ready to handle catastrophes such as aircraft mishaps.
Led by Navy On-Scene Coordinator John Baxter, this team is ready to deploy within hours of an incident. A big part of their job is restoring the environment back to its original condition.
That's right, and they did just that this past May during the Miami Air incident at NAS Jacksonville. Let's take a look.
The night of that incident, NAS Jacksonville submitted a request to Navy Region Southeast for emergency support. Within about an hour of the incident, we were on site supporting NAS Jacksonville, and our primary responsibility initially was to assess the incident, fulfill all required regulatory reporting, and develop a plan to mitigate the pollution. 4 days later, the aircraft was out of the water and relocated on private property off of NAS Jacksonville, which enabled the base to restore their mission fully.
While we do great work within the command, it is important for employees to reach out within their local community.
One example of that was when PWD Whitingfield's environmental team facilitated that super cool Earth Day event for special needs students at a local school.
This is the first year the command here has participated in an event like this. The staff down here and myself always try to come up with kind of creative ideas on how to celebrate Earth Day. We also see the environmental staff, as part of the command, as an excellent tool for the command itself to do some outreach activities, because the environmental business line, the environmental mission, supports the overall mission here, but we also have a lot of community involvement type things, and frankly, a lot of community get involved and get very interested in what we do.
They say children are our future.
Teach them well and let them lead the way.
Are you done? We have many employees here in Jacksonville that participate in math counts programs that help foster interest in STEM fields, which is vital to the future of our command.
The Engineers Day event at the Army Corps of Engineers prepares our local high school students that are interested in math and science to further their advancement in the engineering field. We also are tied together through the Society of American Military Engineers. And locally, we do events that encourage high school students that are interested in math and science to accelerate their path in education.
Along with fostering young minds, the command participated in several Industry Day events. Back on screen to tell us why this is so important is our small business line leader, Corey Eislin.
The goal of this Industry Day event is to bring NAVFAC Southeast and industry together to foster a stronger relationship so that ultimately we can create a better product for both the Navy and the warfighter.
Each year, NAVFAC Southeast hosts a PWO and DPWO conference.
It's a great way to update the individual PWDs on NAVFAC Southeast policies and command projects. Let's take a look.
Ultimate Frisbee.
Is that all?
Now who's interrupting?
Sorry.
No, actually just having the time with Skipper, Admiral Mays, and understanding the direction that they want us to go and how they expect us to execute the mission and execute their intent.
So my favorite part of the conference has been probably putting faces to names. We've met all different representation from the business lines, and they've given us a lot of good gauge on what to expect and moving forward in FY20. And so that's been really helpful with us projecting what we need to do next year and then also educating our staffs on what's to come.
A bittersweet part of working for a military command is that leadership changes frequently. This year, we said goodbye to Captain Gil Manalo and welcomed a new XO to the NAVFAC family.
Yeah, how do you pronounce that guy's name again?
Thomas Bestafka.
That's Bestavska.
Captain Bestikov?
Bestavka.
Bujdovka.
Bredowski.
His first name's Tom.
Bestefka? It's actually Bestavka.
What a great year. I know this was a super long episode, so thanks for hanging in there.
You can check out all of our videos and stay up to date on all the command's news through the NAVFAC Southeast app.
We're looking forward to another great year of stories, so please be sure to share them with us.
In closing, we'd like to leave you with some of the bloopers from this year's videos.
Of course, it must be nice to be the guy behind the camera all the time.
Yep, sure is. I have full control, and since I don't mess up, I don't have any bloopers.
Really?
Anyway,
Happy New Year, NAVFAC Southeast.
These are the bloopers. These are the bloopers.
Here is January's episode of The Scoop. Of course, that one was so good. That is my fault.
Our volume of business has. I gotta say that one again. Did I say? Yeah. I'm already Floridian now. I just said business. That's a Florida thing, isn't it? Okay. Hello, I'm Captain Mike. It's already screwed it up. My own name screwed it up. All right, one more time.
As Captain Bestafa highlighted, financial...
Bestavka, you pronounced his name.
What did I say?
Bestaf, you forgot the K.
Bestavka.
You were like Bestavka.
Bestavka?
Yeah, Bestavka.
Bestavsky. That was one of the funniest. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Bestakovska.
What was that? I got hair on me? Ew, it was like embedded.
What have you been doing this whole time?
I don't know. I'm growing hair out on my freaking shirt. I'm like a Sasquatch.
Okay, that's a little better. I guess you can't see it.
It's too late now. We're like halfway done.
Okay.
Hair's forward. Necklace is all in shambles.
Shambles. It's in shambles, Tiffany. Get it together.
Our 3 LOEs are enable warfighter lethality.
What?
This is
We can start with our. On May 3rd, a Miami Air. Ugh. On May 3rd, a Miami Air. A Miami Air. A Miami. How many times can I say Miami in a day? On May 3rd, a Miami. Why can't I say Miami? On May 3rd, a Miami Air Boeing 730. I hate my life in this moment.
Our command doesn't just cover natural disasters. We also have a team ready to handle cat.
It's okay.
Rotary wing pilots. Rotary wing pilots. That's really hard. On average, each year, 53% of newly winged naval aviators are rotary wing pilots. The snort in the background.
Yeah,
I could have gone on,
I was
but
gonna let it go, but
Okay, it's in there twice. One example of that was when,
Wasn't me this time. Wasn't me this time. Ready?
Mm-hmm. You can't do that. To demonstrate proper account.
These are big words.
I know all the big words. I thought Seabees build and fight, not read and write.
Is that what they say?
Yeah, Senior says it all the time. He's like, we don't read and write, we build and fight.
Hi. While we do great work within the command, it is important. Oh, what's going on, Chuckles?
Delete all of that.